All right, you feather merchants. This is going to be about when I was interviewed by Leslie Stahl on 60 Minutes. It was a very brief interview, but it's kind of a funny story that how it came about. I was tasked with providing security for Leslie Stahl and her camera crew when they came to Pelican Bay. And it was myself and the public relations officer, Lieutenant Perez. And while we were getting ready, or Leslie Stahl was getting ready with the camera crew to go in the prison, I think I mentioned something to the Lieutenant Perez I said something to the effect that if she wants to know any information about how they make weapons and handcuff keys, I would be happy to share that information. And he says, okay. And he talked to her, and she said, yeah, she's like to do that. The only thing is, she was on the other side of the room. And what I thought I'd do is ask her, before we went on camera, what she was going to ask me. Well, that isn't how it works. So the camera crew, in fact, I was trying to get it out of them too, but they said that she doesn't want to, she doesn't do that. She just, when the cameras start rolling, that's when she's going to start asking questions. Well, the camera crew, they're they put makeup on me, right? And Lieutenant Perez, he came up to me just as she started walking towards me to conduct the interview. He says, "Jim, don't say anything stupid." And I said, "What?" I say stupid stuff all the time, It's like I don't do it on purpose. And he said, "Yeah, if you say the wrong thing, 60 Minutes, these guys aren't going to redo it. They're going to print whatever you say." And now I'm scared. And so he walks away as she approaches me. And I am nervous now, So anyway, she asked me about how they, some of the ways they can cut weapons out of the embeds in the metal embeds in the cell, and I explained that to her. It's real basic, but and also she was interested in handcuff keys and in the security housing unit. And all those guys, any of those guys could make them in a heartbeat. So the interview lasted, I think it only lasted a minute, and I have that film footage on my site, and you can my YouTube channel, and you could see it for yourself. So anyway, we get through that, and as far as I could see, I didn't say anything stupid. So we go through the prison. I'm escorting them, and she's explaining to Lieutenant Perez or Lieutenant Perez is explaining to Leslie Stahl on how everything works in the prison. So now it's time for her to conclude the interviews and go back to New York City. So her executive producer was with her, and a very nice lady. And so I take Leslie Stahl and the executive producer in our squad vehicle, and I take her around to the front of the prison where a cab is waiting for her. So Leslie Stahl gets out, catches a cab, and then I was gonna take the executive producer back to where the film crew was at while they're getting ready to leave. So I open the door for her. I gets in the vehicle. We're parked right in front of the warden's office. I can see the warden as he's sitting in his desk, right? Well, anyway, I get in the vehicle, and like I said in the previous videos, we carried MK9 gas canisters, and they have a safety pin in them. So, and you're supposed to keep that safety pin in them. The only thing is, we used them so many, like we were using them almost daily there for a while. There were so many stabbings and small riots and that sort of thing. And for some reason, I didn't have the safety pin in my MK9. And when I got into the vehicle, the trigger hit the seatbelt connection, and it sprayed OC inside the vehicle. Now you got to think, she's the executive producer is sitting right next to me, and at first I heard the noise, and then it, fortunately, when it discharged, it didn't hit her, but it hit the windshield. So right away I said, get out of the car. And she didn't know what happened. She said, what was that? I said, well, just get out of the vehicle. So she gets out of the vehicle. I get out of the vehicle. I got the doors open to air the vehicle out. And I'm looking at, I could see the warden sitting at his desk. He doesn't turn around. And so he didn't actually witness this. Anyway, we aired the vehicle out, and then I explained to her what happened, and I knew, I thought, oh, this is not good, and I'm not going to try to cover it up or anything like that. So once the vehicle aired out, I get her back in the vehicle, and we go back to the film crew, and I told Lieutenant Perez, I told him exactly what happened. You know, like when you do something bad or do something stupid, in the department, it's always best to be real truthful, come out and tell your supervisor what happened, and tell him the whole story. So I did. And he kind of shook his head, but, and of course he would have had to relay that to the warden. Now, they never, actually no one ever made a big thing out of it. They never said anything, except it was about a month later, there was a letter that was issued by the director, and it had something about gas canisters, the MK9s, how important it was to don't run around with these things without the safety pin. And of course I knew, and I later found out that Leslie Stahl kind of hit the roof when the executive producer went back and told her what happened. And anyway, fortunately, like I said, I told the truth and everything, and they never really disciplined me. But I did carry the safety pin from then on in my canister. So this is going to be a short one. I just want to share that with you. It's kind of a funny story. And actually, I want to be an actor. I was able to do a few interviews. I was on MSNBC a couple of times, and of course 60 Minutes, the History Channel, and National Geographic. That was another one. And it kind of got me going. And later, after I retired, I actually did work as a movie extra, and I was in a German production. But I couldn't get a speaking part because I didn't speak German. And then American film crew, I tried out for a movie with them, and I can't think of the actor's name. It was a pretty famous movie, but they didn't hire me. The agent said something like to the effect that you can't act. So anyway, and now I'm too old. Yeah, unless they have something for a senior citizen, there's that's not going to happen. Anyway, I'm going to conclude the interview, this segment, and you guys have a nice day. All right, you feather merchants. Bye.
Pelican Bay's Jim Dejanay showed us a display of prison-made weapons.
Oh, yes. Since August of 2002, we've confiscated about 1,258 weapons.
Well, show us some of the more incredible ones, because they all look incredible to me.
Inside of a shoe cell, they have the metal frame door, the embedded metal. This here was cut right out of the door, and this is a real recent discovery. The particular inmate that did this, he makes one of these about once a month.
I hear that some of these guys can actually make handcuff keys.
Oh, in the security housing unit, all the gang members know how to make handcuff keys. This particular handcuff key here,
Look at that.
this was manufactured from an inhaler, just the metal part of an inhaler, and they shaped it into a handcuff key.
And that would unlock a
Oh,
handcuff.
definitely.